Hello guys, welcome to the video. Today's video guys is the NITROMANCER for Season 5. So basically guys, it's a full summoning build that prioritizes damage from the Golem. It's my tried and tested build from last season guys that ended up hitting for 3 billion damage, which is amazing. It wasn't hit quite that hard this season because of the nerfs to Blighted Aspect, which is still worth using. Right guys, what's it called the NITROMANCER? Because basically because it's a speed farming build, okay? It's also a starter build, so if you're starting the season, is a really good build to just build up to, and you just basically carry throughout the whole season, guys. Pets are nuts now, and with this new variation, we can blast, we can really move super fast, man, okay? Right then, guys, let's go to the planner. I can't shoot this build in action, unfortunately, guys, because season's not live until tomorrow at the posting of this video, and also the mobilitics guide isn't quite up to date yet, but as soon as it's up to date, I'll update it immediately, which is latest by tomorrow, okay? But I can fill in the holes for you guys now. Right there guys, so yeah, full pet build and super fast, man, as always. Like I said, tried and tested build from the last one I did last season. Did the whole season with that build easily, killed Uber Lilith, absolutely everything, no problemo, and super fun as well. But this version guys is much more mobile. Okay, so let's go with the Book of the Dead first. Let's go Royal Reapers, guys, and form basically corpses, as always, which we need to do. We no longer get benefit of both runes now, because Blizzard have fixed this, okay? So if you want more cooldown, go for the first rune. But I recommend having the corpses, because that way you can cast tendrils whenever you want to, put them into one spot, bang, all the pets will just smash them up in a couple of seconds. Skeletal mages, guys, skeletal shadow mages on the first rune here, 3% increased damage for each active shadow mage, so it gives an extra 15% damage buff as well. You can opt for this to get blighted to go off a little bit quicker, but you don't need this because we've got a new aspect in our gloves, we'll proc blighted aspect pretty much immediately, so make use of the first rune for the more damage increase. Okay guys, so like I said, this is used for speeding the content very quickly. If you're doing the pit or doing something that's really hard, like really hard strong monsters or bosses, always use the blood golem on the second rune, okay, because it gives him a 50% damage increase when you activate him, which is amazing. If you're doing weak content like Helltide, things like that, just been farming dungeons, you can use any of the golems you want. I recommend using the bone golem on the second rune for doing weak content, because when he gets hit every 4 seconds, he can do 154 AoE damage to everything around him automatically, so you don't have to press the button, which is kind of nice though. And the golem guy can do the slam attack that pulls now, and this one he also does an attack that attacks in front of him and behind him, okay? But yeah, like I said, if you didn't hard content, use blood golem. Anything else that's speedy, just use Golem or Ryan. It's up to you, really. It's all good. Well, then, guys, so let's go to the gear. Now, you can see that at the moment the helm slot is not here yet, guys, because the mobilitics database isn't updated. But as soon as it's updated, I'll fill in the holes down row. And latest tomorrow is going to be, or today, I think, actually, it's going to be updated. Well, then, guys, so in the helmet, we are using this. We are using Creeping Aspect, which is a brand new aspect, which does this. Creeping Aspect, Mobility. Gain 20 to 35% evade cooldown reduction. Okay, which is huge. You can now evade during Blood Mist. Traveling twice as far, entering or exiting Blood Mist resets your evade cooldown. So you could just go... you could just absolutely fly with this, guys. It's really good. And we're getting extra movement speed as well from Sacrilegious Soul down as well. That's got a movement speed roll, got movement speed in boots. You get the idea. And then we can also, guys, put Unholy Tether aspect in a shield. Okay, we can put it into here, which also has Blood Mist cooldown reduction as well. And what Unholy Tether does is this. Casting Golem's active skill creates a bond between you and him for 6 seconds. While the bond is active, you gain up to 40% movement speed. Now, you're going to be spamming a Golem all the time anyway, because, you know, you want to set up his big attack sort of thing. So, yeah, tell the Golem to attack, guys. Then go into go evade, Blood Spirit. You're just going to fly. You're just going to fly through the game. It's going to be really quick. It's really quick, okay? So, obviously, that's going to be a one-hand version, so you have to put a one-hand scythe here for the extra summon damage baseline. And then you put a shield on. Obviously, without using a two-hander, you can do a lot less damage, okay? But you can just switch in a two-hander if you're doing harder content. That way your tempers will be higher for Golem damage and minion attack speed, etc. So yeah, if you're doing easy content, guys, one-handed scythe, shield with the crazy unholy aspect, man. You could just zoom. When you're doing something like pit and things like that, just put on the two-hander. Unless it's a low pit, of course. And then you can still blast through very quickly with creeping aspect on the helm anyway, so you can really chunk through quick, guys. It's good. Lovely. Well, there you guys, some aspects. So, yeah, creeping aspects in the helm. And then intelligence, lucky chance, maximum life, defensive. Temper is, of course, maximum life again. Then corpse tendrils to make the size bigger. Make it as big as possible. Chestplate, guys, really important to have your golem archery there, obviously. Maximum life and intelligence. Then maximum life again with corpse tendril size again. With the helmet, guys, when you're tempering stuff here, do at least 2 rolls on masterworking on the intelligence. And at least 1 on lucky chance. You need lucky chance to proc your cooldowns from your pets. We'll go over that in just a sec. On chestplate, obviously, when you're masterworking, you want to try to hit golem mastery as much as possible. More golem mastery points you have, the DPS of the golem guys goes through the roof, man. So really trying to get 3 hits there on the masterworking. Every 4, 8, and 12. Try to get that on your golem mastery. Watch the results. It's amazing. Gloves, guys, Shade Mist aspect. This is a brand new aspect that came in the new season. Your minions become shadow imbued, dealing X shadow damage to nearby enemies over 2 to 5 seconds, okay? Now, this procs Blighted Aspect, which unfortunately has been nerfed now. In a 2-hand, it only has a 100% bonus now, rather than 240%. Which, I know it sucks, but because of Shade Mist Aspect, all your pets are pulsing AoE nutters, basically, okay? So, Blighted Aspect just turns on pretty much all the time. You've hardly got any downtime on the Blighted Aspect. So that damage buff is just up. It's just up pretty much all the time. And so your pets are just blasting. It's really, really nice. And also, guys, on PTR, when I test this out, the pulsing AoE Shadow DOT hits from the pets was proccing cooldowns from Decrepify. Okay? If this still works in this live season, you better spam your golem, your blood mist and stuff super, super quick, okay? So hopefully it's still there. It should still be there, hopefully. So if it does, guys, it could be amazing. But yeah, I love this aspect. It's really, really good. It's awesome. Normally I would have the ultimate aspect here, but I took it out of the build because it's more of a speed farming build, you know? Brilliant. Then, guys, so crit strike attack speed, crit strike chance, and of course golem damage on the temper, which you want to try and master it to the max. Then lucky chance to slow for 2 seconds. That way you generate stagger, okay, from AoEs coming off from Shameless Aspect and your pets hitting, etc, etc, okay? Brilliant, guys. Pets. Okay, Blood's Aspect. I love this thing. So when the priest auto-heals your pets from when you got maximum corpses and all that, does this automatically from you, because Secular Soul Ring does it for you. You gain healing, and also you gain the damage bonus as well. Normally gives you damage bonus to your pets, but it works out you get a 21% damage bonus for you and your pets. So you get healing and damage. It's brilliant. Best in slot. It's amazing. Intelligence, max life, armor, guys. Defensive, max life on temper, and lucky hit, chance to freeze, okay? Once again, when you're tempering this, you want 2 hits on master weapon on your intelligence and 1 armor to cap your armor, okay? Boots, guys. Aspect of Occult Dominion for extra pets, maximum, of course. The intelligence, then some sort of resistance here, so you can cap it out. If your resistances are not all capped out, once you're level 100 and you've got the right gear and all that, you have to put the corresponding gems into your jewelry to cap out those particular resistances, like ruby for fire, etc, etc. Okay, so go to your stats sheet and you'll see it there. So yeah, guys, intelligence, cold resistance, movement speed, then tempered movement speed, then decrepify size. So a decrep is just a little bit bigger. You hit a lot of monsters a lot quicker. When you're mastering this, just go for intelligence, guys, on this one, personally. Just go for intel. Unless you want to go even faster, of course. Then you can go 2 on intel, then 1 on movement speed if you want to. Movement speed is king. Right, guys, weapon. Like I said, you can either have a 2-hand scythe for 40% summoning damage, 1-hand scythe with the shield. Then you can use the unholy tether aspect to go even faster in weaker content, which is great. Blighted aspect, guys, increases all your damage because it's on 2-hand. You get double the effect, so it'd be 100% increased damage to everything, all your damage for X seconds. And like I said, this is procced my Shadow Corp explosion and your pets just by having this pulsing AoE for all your pets. It's nuts. It's really, really good, and it just keeps us up very, very often. It's good. I was tempted to use Great Feast, but with the amount of power issues it gives you, and it's actually less damage, personally I think this is better. It's so easy to keep this up now with the new setup. So yeah, guys, intelligence, maximum life crit strike damage is what you want. For tempers, it's golem damage and minion attack speed, okay? And when you're masterworking this, you just want to hit it all on golem if you can. Good luck. Amulet, guys, aspect of the Frenzied Dead, okay? You need this for the attack speed buff. and you want to hit 100% attack speed on your character. Once you hit 100% attack speed, then you can proc Cult Leader passive for the extra damage bonus, okay? Lovely. You want ranks of Hellbent Commander, guys. That is the most important stat. Now after that, you want ranks of Amplifiers as you curse targets with Decrepify, increase damage even more. Then after that, guys, you want to go for maximum life, okay? Then Tempest is golden damage, and Golem active cooldown reduction. That's really, really important. And when you're masterworking this, guys, trying to get the extra procs, you want it all on Hellbent Commander on this particular one. Lovely. Rings, guys. Ring and Sacred Assault. This got changed a little bit. It now does tendrils more often. We've now gained movement speed on this, which is 18% baseline now. So Necro is going to be much, much quicker. We've lost maximum HP here, unfortunately, which sucks a little bit. So, but yeah, automatically resurrects all your skeletons, does Corp Explosion for you, does your tendrils, it's proccing blood getters, it's healing you, it's buffing your pet's DPS. It's fantastic. You don't have to use this, but if you want to keep the build lazy, and then keep this in, because it's just godly, but you can put in another ring if you want to, like a reanimation aspect for more pet DPS, etc, etc. But I just like the laziness, man, because it's awesome. So yeah, guys, when you masterwork in this, you want to masterwork the lucky chance, actually, because if Seamus does still proc lucky chance, then bring this up to at least yellow. Okay, so two hits on lucky chance or masterworking, and the last one maybe movement speed, but to be honest, probably all lucky chance. Actually, probably just be all lucky chance this one. The last one of these guys, now this is big. Okay, Ring of Mendling, guys, now has Summon Mastery on it. Okay. You now get ranks to Skeletal Warrior Mastery, Skeletal Mage Mastery, and also Golem Mastery, okay? Every 1 point in skills in Diablo 4 is an enormous amount of DPS, okay? So when you're masterworking this ring, guys, obviously, you know, you just want to get it all into the Mastery. And this would give you an absolutely godly, and I mean godly, amount of damage on your pet, especially your Golem, because obviously, you know, we got Golem Mastery on the chest plate here, guys, and then you got it on the ring as well. And plus, you get an explosion as well from every 6 attack for all your pets as well, so it ties in really well now. And it's going to smash, guys. It's going to be really, really good. Lovely. One of the guys for gems, Sapphire in your weapon for the vulnerable damage. You can do overpowered damage now if you want to as well. Pets can now overpower. There's no way guaranteed trigger it, unfortunately, unless it's a secret way. But right now, pets have a 3% chance to automatically overpower, okay? So you can put an overpowered gem in your weapon instead. Only a 3% chance, you're probably just better off using vulnerable, in my opinion. Ruby in the armor, guys, as always, for the HP. And diamond in jewelry, if you know. But like I said, you're probably going to have resistance holes. Just put the corresponding gem inside your jewelry to cap out your resistances. Very, very important. Also, guys, on your weapon, if you do want to try to maximize your overpowered damage for your pets, if you're really lucky, not really lucky, and the Golem, guys, crits on an overpower, damage number will be through the roof. It's going to be pretty special, okay? And what you can do, Necromancers can now use hammers, okay? And hammers baseline now will give you overpower damage. I think it's like 51% for a one-hander, it'll be 110-20% or so for a two-hand mace, which you wear on your Necro now. There was a change in the patch notes. So that's quite exciting. So you could try to fish for like the super crit with an overpowered hammer, guys. Look pretty cool as well, you know? Big old hammer, let's see. Okay, guys, so let's go over to the next part, which is the skill tree. Let me just blow this up a little bit. Bing! Okay, guys, so here we go. So just 2 points in bonus spice, or any of these, doesn't matter what it is. Just 2 points here, because it unlocks the next tree. Put 1 point into unliving energy, just because we need a point somewhere. Then max out huge flash, guys. So on lucky chance, you can have a chance of generating corpses. It's really important on the build, actually. And then, guys, go straight to Corp Explosion, which is done for you automatically from Sack Ring, and go up to Blighted Corp Explosion. Okay, because it's a darkness skill as well. It does DOT ticks, kills trash off quite quickly as well. Every tick can proc cooldowns from Decrepify down here as well, which is really, really nice. Okay, so it's done for you as well, which is great. Then, guys, a good old Blood Miss. Okay, up to here, and then you can either have 10 crit, or you can go over here and the one that leaves you a corpse. It's up to you. All right. So at the start, you might want the extra crit just to crit a little bit quicker. But what you can do, when you blood mist into enemies, you're going to be dropping a corpse every 1 second. So then when you come out of blood mist, you can just cast tendrils on that corpse. And everything around you just goes zoop into one spot, then all your pets go in and bang. By the way, guys, also your golem can now leap across the screen, by the way, in this new patch, which is amazing. It's really, really good. So, yeah, if you want more damage, guys, go to here. Want a bit more utility doing early tendrils? Pop on casting blood mist instead. Okay, guys, max out spiked armor because it gives you and your pets 15% additional armor. Also, the Thorns procs lucky chance when your pet's been hit by a target as well. Max out Skeleton Warrior Marshal. We don't want our warriors to die. Also, their damage is quite good in lower content, which is great. One pike, guys, it point into the Grim Harvest. It gives us essence every corpse. Also, the new Sack Ring gives us +3 points in that now, I believe, which is really nice. We actually gained about 8 essence every corpse out baseline. Awesome, man, because you do need a little bit of power in this build, not too much, just to spam decrep. Then, guys, fueled by death as always, for the extra 9% increased damage for 6 seconds after consuming a corpse, which is done for you automatically as well, because this is the lazy build, which you all know and love. Alright, guys, come down here, then hit that decrepify, okay, so it slows down targets and makes them do less damage to you. And then there's a chance to stun as well, which is great, even corpse explosion proxies as well, so good, and the pets can as well. And then, guys, of course, this one here, your cooldown, so your 1 second cooldown as well on top. Max out Amplify, guys, to make the curses do more damage. Max out Death's Embrace, so you got damage reduction when things are close to you. You want to keep your range now, it's very important. Once you get a little bit more damage as well. Max out your mages as well, guys, because mages can do decent damage, they're good. And it also keeps them alive, just like this one here up here as well. Then max out, guys, Death's Approach, because we want our Necromancer to move fast now. This thing should zoom, it should be really good. Awesome. And pop down there, guys, and then grab Tendrils next. Okay, so stuns them, slows them, and then makes them vulnerable. Okay, so that's when you see your biggest damage done with gone into vulnerable mode. Max out Necrotic Carapace as well, guys. So when a corpse is formed by your skills or your minions, you fortify for your maximum life. There's stuff in the Paragon tree that gives us more damage reduction, damage while we're fortified as well. With 3 points, you're just pretty much instantly fortified straight away. It's great. And then, guys, this is a strange one. I've actually maxed out Reaper's Pursuit. Now, because of the new Shade Mist aspect of the glove, so the pets are just pulsing this shadow damage all the time, we have a pretty much permanent 15% movement speed there as well. It's crazy, okay? I had a spare point, so I threw it into Crippling Darkness, so we can now stun as well. I doing Shadow Darkness skills from the pets pulsing. It also does a stun as well, so you get loads of stagger damage as well. It's really nice. It's awesome. Then come down there, guys. Obviously, Golem is our main big boy in this build that does a bulk of the damage. Maxes out to increasing by 75%. Okay, so then max out Expiring Leader, guys. While you're healthy, you gain 12% increased critical chance, and your minions gain 18% critical chance. And then max out, guys, Hellbent Commander. Hellbent Commander has now changed, unfortunately. It has lost 15% damage. Personally, I don't think they should have nerfed the damage. Should have left it at 45%. But it now works at all ranges. Now, normally in the old version of the build, we did a rotation. We'll close the gap. And then we get close to proc Hellbent Commander. We don't have to do that now. It just works at any range. So just keep your distance there, guys, and just chill at the back, yeah? Things go bad, hit Blood Mist, and just run away with your crazy movement speed. Last but not least, guys, of course, is Shadowbite Passive as well, which makes this whole build work with the Blighted aspect, okay? It now procs now every 8th time rather than 10 times now as well. So the uptime of this is much, much quicker. Brilliant. Right then, guys, last but not least, guys, of course, is the Paragon tree. Now, I've spent a lot of time on this Paragon tree, and I've made it even better than the version that I posted on YouTube a little while ago for the current season, well, season 4 now, which ends tomorrow, man, once the new season goes live. So I've just tightened it up a lot now. I'll just do a quick brief summary. This new version has 32% more elite damage now. It has an extra 25% more golem damage. And I've actually added another rune as well, another glyph to the board as well. So it now has damage to vulnerable as well. So it is going to slap. It's great. Okay, guys, first one is Corporeal. Bonus to imagine those within range. You and your minions deal 10% increase to physical damage for the golem mostly. So again, 1% movement speed for each active minion as well. So it gives you more movement speed. Then up here, guys, the Cult Leader. Your minions deal 30% increased damage for each 20% of attack speed bonus. They have up to a maximum of 100% attack speed. That's what I talked about earlier. You need to hit 100% attack speed. And once you hit that, there, guys, then bang, you get a massive bonus out of this. It's really, really important. Alright, you can see here, guys, like I've actually didn't bother with all this here. Because you know what? We don't need it. Honestly, this here is just really not worth the points. I went up here and I just ignored it. This isn't that much. And because I've ignored those points there, I've unlocked much bigger stuff on the Paragon tree. Compared in HP, guys, this build has only 2% less HP than the other version of the build I did for version 3 of Shadow Golem Slayer, by the way. So, yeah, guys, here we've got Essence. Crit strikes deal 22% increased damage to enemies that are not healthy. Every 5 decks you punch within range, you do 20% increased crit strike. Okay, so we're going to the next tree here, guys, which is Scent of Death. Okay, so you get damage reduction and damage buff based on corpses where they're nearby you. And the next one here, guys, of course, is Control. So you and your minions deal 20% increased damage to crowd control targets. So as soon as you cast Decrepify on a target, or the shadow pulses from the minions, stun them, slow, because there's slow in the Tempest as well. All that's classed as a CC. And straight away, 20% extra damage. Then you get the extra damage to baseline for up top there as well. So it just slaps, okay? So we've got the HP here, went up here. Into the next tree, guys, of course, is Flesh Eater. Flesh Eater is amazing. As you consume corpses, you gain a 40% increased damage for 6 seconds. That is absolutely massive. So, as soon as you see this pop up, and you see Blighted pop up, that's your big damage rotation. Tell the Golem to attack then, and bang, they die. Especially after tendrils. It's amazing. Next up, guys, of course, is the Golem Glyph as well. So, every 5 willpower within range, Golems gain blah blah damage. And also the extra 25% as well on top. On this version of the build, I managed to squeeze in this node here as well. And I managed to get all the points to double up on this as well. So we've got 32% extra elite damage now. Before I change this, on the other version of the build, the best crit I had was 2.7 billion. I haven't actually tested this on live yet, since I've changed the Paragon tree, but I'm very confident with my current gear, which is pretty decent now, that I will hit well over 3 billion damage, okay? It won't hit quite as hard in Season 5, because they've nerfed Blighted aspects so much, so we lose 140%, but it would definitely still crit in the billions, guys. Probably up to 2 Bs or so, which is still plenty. Okay, guys, go to the next tree, which is legendary node Hulking Monstrosity. Your Golem has 40% increased maximum life, and deals 100% increased damage. Now, on down here, I've just squeezed enough willpower, guys, to get the over 25% golem damage here as well now. So that's a new additive thing that I put into it, which is much, much better. And what I've done is here, guys, I've put Dead Razor here. Okay, so you get an extra 50% damage when your pets and hit a target and all that. But also, because Dead Razor's now buffing these nodes here and these nodes here, so now we get the extra buff on the top as well. So Paragoners within range gain 100% bonus to their minion damage and damage reduction modifier. So it's bonus to this for your pets and bonus. So basically we get an extra 50% golem damage. This one here as well and this one here as well. So it's very, very nice, you know. Absolutely fantastic. It really pumps the damage up. It's great. Then come up here, guys, and of course you've got Hulking Monstrosity. I've maxed out all the main damage nodes as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the extra intelligence in this one. I've got the willpower, I didn't have enough intel for that one, unfortunately. I might still be able to juggle some points, possibly, to get the last part of that intel, but it's quite a bit, though. It's quite a bit. And then, guys, the new part that I've changed a little bit. Okay, so I've come over to here now. And originally, I was in the Bone Graft tree, okay, to get the extra HP nodes. Probably so with the Bone Graft tree, the path to it was really long, and I lost a lot of points. So I just juggled it around a little bit, and I only lost 2% life percent. And because I saved all those points, I've now gained, I've still got the life percent stuff here, still got the damage while you've got fortified here as well, which is really, really nice. But now I've managed to add another glyph, so we've actually got exploit. You can put anything here you want actually, but I recommend exploit. I literally just had enough points to do this. And for every 5 decks within range, you deal increased damage to vulnerable targets. So when you do your tendrils, target's vulnerable basically. And also when you deal damage to a vulnerable enemy, you increase your damage by 1% for 6 seconds up to 10x as well. So with that extra vulnerable damage bonus on top as well, the mobs, guys, are going to be absolutely ash. When you do your tendrils and the right rotation, it's going to absolutely pop them. And there you go, guys. That is the build. Check back on this build guide, because like I said, you know, it's still being updated at the moment. As things change with this build, I'll keep it updated. Thank you guys very much for watching. Subscribe for more Diablo content. See you in the next video. Take care, guys. Cheers.